mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No.
All right, man. Y'all know it's that power hour right about now. The official business podcast has just begun. We are officially live. And we want to let everybody know. Thank y'all for taking time out your day to sit back, relax, and hear this live discussion as we dig deep in the bundle deals of the trucking industry. How you doing, brother Theo?
Oh man, we doing good, brother. No complaints. A little cold today. We might have a little snow tomorrow, but we're doing good. And you're right. We're gonna discuss these bundles deals. Almost like going to Home Depot at the end of the summer season. They got a lot of bundle deals on mulch. So we're gonna
All
talk
right.
about this.
Yes, sir. So you guys, man, go ahead and get y'all drinks together. Get ready. We will have the call-in number. The call-in number will be posted throughout this whole podcast. So participate, let it off your chest, and we'll let you know when y'all can do the damn thing. But without further ado, I think y'all want to see us, man. Y'all want us to come to the screen. We're gonna come to the screen, man. So what's up, world? And what's up, everybody out there? So in today's and what's going on in today's trucking and what's going on with the current market and events, we heard all of the big bullies. We heard all of the gurus. We heard the guys say, I stand on the hood of my truck and I ain't moving for $10 a mile. We heard the people say, man, that y'all ain't ready. Y'all don't have enough time. Y'all don't have enough experience. We heard truck drivers go after each other like it's nobody else's business. And what we are seeing today, the new trend that's hitting the market fresh out of the trunk of a Chevy Caprice, bundle deals. And these bundle deals are set up in the best interest of the broker, the customer, and it's a guarantee one-way trip to bankruptcy. Or is it for carriers? Brother Theo.
Well, you know, brother, that bundle deal sounds like a round trip of 18 inches. That's what it sounds like.
Oh man, well, how could it be? How could it be? How could it be? You coming in, fist flying, but what are we stepping into? Because right now we getting horror stories, man. I don't know if you guys. So let me hear your input about it. Why you think it's 18 inches?
Well, here's the thing, man. With these bundle deals, you got to really understand what bundle deals are, right? You take a trailer, point A to point B, but it may not be a instant reload. They may need to hold that trailer for a day or two. Now, you can't move that trailer until it's loaded. So now you're on the way back. What's a 1.5 day trip turned into a 3.5 day, just because the time it took to load the trailer. And then you got to do it on the back end before you come back. Now, it sounds good. Hey, we're going to move your truck for a whole week. You're holding the truck up for a whole week. Because in the meantime, in between time, you waiting on that load. You may not get paid for it. It may be all inclusive in the rate. One rate is what we give you for round trip service. So sometimes those bundle deals ain't all what they cracked up to be.
But bundle deals, man. I'm thinking brokers are giving carriers what they want. They like click and go. They like to not pre-plan. Why not extend the service? Why not add another product to the long list of services that brokers provide? They just trip planning on the behalf of the carrier. And unfortunately, They are doing it and being very general with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, they are extending the product and services to carriers that doesn't want the services.
Correct.
And I'm hearing through the airwaves, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm hearing this shit through the airwaves. I'm hearing about carriers booking loads in order to book a load with a particular broker. Like I heard somebody called me last night. Somebody called my line last night. You don't know yourself down there, but you called my line, you hit my line,
Mm.
and it was a broker TQL. Somebody hit my line about TQL, about they booked the load, but in order to get the load, they had to do the round trip. Now the round trip consisted of them going into a very risky market down south. Down there going to Miami, Nanita,
Mm.
and then coming back out of Miami. Well, with this round trip, it was a bundle deal, and you don't get paid until the last leg is completed.
Correct.
Now, the carrier had to float all of the fuel, where carriers used to drop overnight, drop next day, submit bills for payments, get back in the account, get it rolling. But like
Mm-hmm.
you said, it turned into a week's run where the carrier had to float the fuel costs for a whole week. And
Mm.
then on a return trip, doesn't even have fuel, doesn't have enough money in his bank account for fuel.
Wow.
But he seen the large number, the bundle deal. But like you said, a lot of carriers are not fully reading or understanding the whole bundle setup and why brokers are pushing the bundle. They are moving. You are literally increasing the volume of movement by taking a reduction in pay
Correct.
because you floating it. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna borrow against the money that you haven't earned, you haven't received. Now the brokers could change up the game plan on you. And I'm hearing too, man. Shout out to Calvin Leak, man. Shout out. Top rope. I'm hearing that brokers now are not even hiding the fact that if you don't do a bundle, you don't even get the simple load. You
Mm.
get blacklisted. The trucking industry now has came. We already told people this. We told people we was at war. We told people we was at war.
Correct.
No, no. Now everybody's fucking crying. I thought we had some soldiers in this trucking industry. I thought we had brave men and women in this trucking industry. They letting sell tactics break them down. Truck drivers taking lower than low rates. They are literally taking lows where they can't even afford the fuel in order to complete the run.
Mm. Ooh, that hurt right there, pimp. I ain't gonna lie, that hurt
Hey,
when you said that.
hey, it's out here. It's out here. Who can you blame? Can you blame the broker? Can you blame the broker for putting the load up there, but the carrier taking the load, knowing it's a 7-day transit round trip? You got to go to B. You got to go from A to B, return back to A, unload, then submit for payment. Before you know it, 5 days of movement. And if the
Mm-hmm.
load didn't pay and you took it, wow. Not only that, why are you taking it? Why are the men and women out here taking loads against their best will? their best interest.
Yeah.
All right. So we got what up with you, a trucker light price? He said most loads now have at least 2 stop, and usually there are 2 ends of the world. They bundle them. Here go the thing. People are accepting it.
There you go.
People are taking it, and if you call on it, you giving it some attention. Why would they stop? They are interested in this. They are so interested in it. They want to call us to tell us why we shouldn't post it. Now, post more. This is chess, not checkers. People are taking the lows. The whole design is working, and it's working against people's better will and judgment. Wake up in the morning time, but here go the thing: other truckers are still surviving. They are still surviving in this market. Are you guys rolling with the punches? Are you looking at your own backyard? Because nobody's hearing. Right now, we at war.
Yep.
There's going to be some fucking casualties. There's going to be people on the side crying. There's going to be people get stranded. It's going to be people that say, come and rescue me. Then you got fucking soldiers. You got those that's going to go through it. And they're going to come out better, smarter, tougher. This game has changed.
Yes.
It has officially changed for 2023.
Not just 2023. It's changed for 2023 and going forward. Because right now, they're playing a rat race game. They're seeing what you would take, seeing what you won't take. Let's try to do this. Let's move the goalpost here. Everybody moving with the goalpost, but you're not scoring. I ain't seen no big scores yet. At least not from last year time. You know, I haven't heard of the 10K weeks, the 12K weeks. Haven't heard of that.
I mean, these guys would fucking disrespectful. I'm trying to find the guys that made 300,000. How y'all going broke in 3 months if you made 300,000 in 3 months?
Yes.
How are you guys begging the brokers? How are you begging the brokers after working one continuous calendar year? We in February. Y'all acting like February always been treated like June. Y'all acting like January was July season. These 2 months, y'all have been oblivious to the understanding that the first 2 months of any year, this year, any time, has always been the slowest. If you're going to blame it on snow, you're going to blame it on weather conditions, you're going to blame it on something. Blame it on your pockets. Blame it, because spring doesn't happen in February. Summer doesn't take place in January.
That's right.
Y'all still working in these slow months? Okay. Y'all want to work in these slow months? Okay. The broker's like, give it to them. Drop it. Because by springtime, they already ran themselves in the grave. They wouldn't be able to afford to run when the market flip, because they accumulated so much bull during the slowest season when the only thing they had to do was just park. But now,
Well, not only that, now you got to remember now, whether people want to admit it or not, there is still a large percentage who is stuck in 2022.
Oh man, you see the truck for sale.
Yeah,
you go, you go, you could literally go and just cruise Facebook auction, right? You could tell all the truck that was in 2022. You could tell the mindsets. They selling the trucks with the refrigerator, the microwave, hell, whole comforter set. They redid the mattress and everything. Then they got turnkey. Most of the guys, you could tell 2022 truck for sale. They got this turnkey operation. Like,
Mm,
that's a 2022. That's a
yeah,
2022 right
I
there.
got to get from under this debt. So
Yeah.
here, you take over my debt. That's what you're seeing, right? And when you look at the big picture, it was all fun and games until these rates start going under $3
No,
a mile.
well, you saying rates. I'm talking about brokers. Come on,
Well, okay, I can bring it back to the
the
brokers.
person, yeah, because what you're
Hmm.
saying, you acting like
Hmm.
the broker is a anomaly, right? The
Hmm.
brokers are playing the game that carriers was playing. But the difference between the broker and the carrier right now,
Hmm.
the truckers are bluff.
Mm.
Brokers ain't. Brokers not even hiding the fact. We got 22 lows on this board. Out of these 2020 lows, 22 lows,
Hmm.
if you don't book one with a bundle, you don't get nothing.
Mm.
Carriers buying down.
They just changed. So basically, it's a game of poker, and they're showing you their hand. They're literally showing you their hand in poker and say, show me what you got. What you willing to bet against this? And you know the hand.
What you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to take this shit?
Well,
Are you
according to
willing?
the airways, yes. According to the airways, yes, they're willing to take it. They're willing because you know why? They are hoping, and I'm gonna rephrase that. There's an assumption if I can make it to March, which we know is tomorrow or 2 more days, if I can make it to March, it's gonna open up. Open up to what? They already got you trained. For the most part, you're getting trained. Well, I know I can't call this broker. I ain't got 10 trucks. I can't call this broker. I ain't got 5 trucks. I done tried him. I'm not accepting the bundle deal. So when freight rates are supposed to open up, guess what the broker's going to do? They're going to turn the dial just enough to keep a little bit of water on your tongue so you don't dehydrate completely. That's what they're
But
doing.
but they
Drip
running
by
back
drip.
into the crack house, man.
Yes.
They running back into the dope fiend house.
Mm-hmm.
If you just got off drugs, meaning that you trying to break away from this cycle, why the hell are you running back into the dope fiend house? When somebody's gonna wake up and say, you know what, official business podcast has been saying this and they are right. Y'all motherfuckers pay for your own demise.
No
Y'all
doubt.
tune in for your own demise. 2023 has shown we don't have a lot of business owners in America.
Mm,
We have a lot of fucking followers of business. That's
correct.
it. How you caving? How you still paying the subscription after over and over and over? Man, you can't tell me it's some fucking truckers' pride out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I hear motherfuckers want to blame, but you still pay for the subscription. You still hope. They ain't
Mhm.
hoping. They making profits.
Yeah.
They ain't
No doubt.
lighting up. They putting the pressure on your ass. You want to sit back here about, man, the broker. You paying for the shit, right?
Pretty
What
much.
I supposed to do? You should have thought about that shit when you bought a truck.
Mm,
What am I going to do when this stuff ends? What am I going to do when I feel like I cannot keep up with the pace of the things that's going on right now?
hmm.
Yeah, I want everybody to slow down for you. So, all right, we're gonna slow down for this one special trucker. Oh shit, we got 2 more special truckers. We need to slow down, but we need to slow down even more. We were just moving at 50 miles an hour. We got to drop it to 40 so this trucker can catch up. Okay, now we got to drop it to 30 miles an hour. Now we got to let these truckers catch up. Now we got to drop it to 20 miles an hour. Get these truckers caught up. Before no
Mm,
motherfucker, we ain't hitting the destination
yeah.
because nobody wants to stay up to pace. They
Correct.
want things to come down to them. Okay, you got this. The
Mm,
game tricks, the bundle deals, bundle and save, like your homeowner car insurance, motorcycle insurance,
your internet.
internet
There
bundle,
you go. Hmm.
consolidate. They are
Mm, mm,
consolidating
mm.
your pay and you are accepting it. How are you complaining? Why would you complain?
That's right.
You the one that signed the paperwork. Nobody put a pistol to your head.
Mm-hmm.
You want sympathy and empathy. And you sat there. What you supposed to do? Oh, man, I got to keep on moving. You should have thought about your bills way beforehand. Man, things happen. Now you got to switch path. You got to adapt.
That's right.
People keep on acting like, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see this shit coming. You didn't see it coming. What you talking about? Y'all wanted things to be $15 a mile. Y'all went out here and bought trucks that's 300,000 price stickers. Now your insurance company telling you, yeah, we hear you. We still need $47,000 a year for this premium. You're like, but the truck is only worth what? Well, I see on Facebook. Cascadia selling for sub. Right now, Cascadia day cabs are selling for $10,000 in the Texas market.
Are you serious?
$10,000. Texas market, day cab, Cascadias, Freightliners. $10,000. 10 speeds, not automatics. I'm in the truck market right now. I went and looked at trucks today. I'm about to get a truck, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think I'm bullshit. I don't care where you at in America right now. You can literally go into Rush Peterbilt in Dallas, Texas, or Irvin. Tell them, man, I'm looking for a used truck. Man, the banks will be blowing up your phone, giving you 0% APR. 0% on that money. Get this truck. Get this truck. Get this truck.
Correct.
Look at the trucks. They bundle into. Y'all think the brokers bundle? Right now, I had offered this morning 4 day cabs under 500,000 miles each. DD15s, 10 speeds, $40,000 all in.
For all four?
All 4. All in.
You know what? I know you wanted to go live tonight, but I'll just wait. I'll shoot you that 20,000 after the show. Go ahead.
I'm not
Caught my
bullshitting.
attention. I ain't bullshitting you neither.
And these guys, these trucks, this market is one of the most profound. I'm gonna tell you something. You could get a damn diamond out the rough right now. Most guys I talk to, I was on the phone. If you don't mind me saying this, Calvin, I was on the phone with Calvin earlier today, and he's seen the things he was talking about in his home state. What was the average rate? And now these guys are. We was talking about 2008. He's like, man, yo, OB, it's going to be worse than 2008 because simple fact, you got more people on the road. You got more people in debt in these trucks. People are behind on their bills because of these trucks. They're going to keep on taking it. And I'm like, man, the monster has been created. People are saying to stop feeding the monster. How many people you know that's willing to go homeless? They're going to keep on taking the rates. And I will say it. I said it in my previous videos. I said it on Facebook. I said it here. I said it on Checkmate Live. I said it on anybody fucking live that I walked up on. I said the easiest way to punish a man and break a man down to his motherfucking knees, put him in debt. Watch what he will do. Watch what he do. Watch what he does. Yes. And these motherfuckers went in that shit voluntarily.
Yeah. A lot of
they
them
think the brokers, you don't think the brokers. Yeah. They taking it. These trucks for sale. And when these trucks come up for sale, some people are like, man, how they making money? They already got the business game together. They already got their business plan together because you guys are examples.
Correct.
You guys are literally the example. They're looking at it. You got business restructuring. You got businesses looking and partnering up with carriers that's been consistent. You got more customers pulling their freight from the load board. They like, okay, we played this market for over 20 years. But we got Theo right here. Theo's been coming here 10 years. Theo, his fluctuation in prices, we could work with him. We tired of all this trucking shit. We tired of our products coming up missing. We tired of you motherfuckers holding them damn things for hostage. We tired of these big ass brokers lying and not having a freight move, coming back to us, talking about they need more money. They need more time. You got young men and women stepping up to these companies like, say, this is what I could provide. This is my track history. Let's talk numbers.
Correct.
And you got these fellows screaming at a fucking load board that they pay for. Who's the dummy? I'm saying it. Who's the fucking dummy? You are paying for it every month. You are so addictive. You suck on that fucking pipe. What else are I supposed to do? It's called think, motherfucker.
You ain't never lie. You'll be surprised how a good, what they say, common sense goes a long way, right? And we're not even seeing common sense right now. We're seeing straight
No, you seeing desperation.
Yep, that's a better word.
Desperation.
There you go. There you go.
Desperation
We're
is
seeing
high.
Desperation. Yes.
These guys doing dope in the truck stop. These guys doing donuts. Some people find it funny. You got females selling their ass out of trucks right now. And the truck drivers ain't even buying that ass.
It's too much money. How you gonna buy some ass on these rates?
You got truck drivers talking about, man, back in 2022, I used to buy a piece of ass. But damn, diesel. Damn, I ain't ate nothing in 2 days. Nah, I better not give her this last 20. Females, they showing more and more. Give me attention. Donate to me.
Yes.
Hey, you guys. Nobody, see, you. I'm looking. Ain't nobody trying to get no piece of pussy right now. Piece of pussy ain't on the mind. Money is.
Not when Nemo and got to have calling you. You need more money and got to have the bills that you got to pay. So you can't be out there buying no ass. At least not for $20. That's discounted ass. That's TQL ass.
There ain't nothing wrong with buying it. The problem is you give
you had to think about that.
The thought got a better business practice than the truck driver. And she walks the lot.
Hey,
she makes more money per mile than these motherfuckers do. And then she know how to negotiate.
Yes.
You want to reach around? I tell you what, I usually do it for 50. Have you took a bath? Nah, well, I could do it for 48. You only got 45? Call your dispatcher real quick. I know you get a comp check. Don't you want me to touch on you? Yeah, you right. You right.
The rates are low. I'm going to fans only. There we go. That's what a lot of
man, ain't nobody, you know, man, ain't nobody having sex right now. Her Jimmy can't get up, man. Ain't nobody having sex right now. You ever seen a motherfucker in the truck stop with his head on the steering wheel? I don't even want to go to bed. I don't even want to take off his work boots.
Yeah.
Motherfucker sleeping in work boots.
Oh boy.
Ain't bust a sweat. I mean, the body temperature is cold because he's thinking so damn. He ain't even bust a sweat. What's wrong with you? And you already know what's fucking wrong with me. No.
Well, have you noticed since the rates dropped, you got more truck stop fights being shown on YouTube and the social media platform? Everybody mad.
Well, here go the thing. I agree with you. Yes, I've witnessed it. That's when you know hope is gone.
Yeah.
You could go into any truck stop in America right now. You could smell the regret. The problem is, it shouldn't be any regret.
No.
As we have an influx of people coming into this country, as we have birth rates going up, product needs to be fucking moved. So these little pussies out here that's thinking, oh, this is it with truck. Nah, motherfucker, is it with you. It doesn't have to be that way. It's your mindset. Your mindset is fucking dying. Can you let that shit die? Can you let that bitch die? And allow a new mindset to be born? But no.
Yeah, well.
They want to kill the body with the mindset. Let them.
Well, hey, listen, what they're doing is they ran one specific way, practiced one specific business model for so long, or through the gold rush, and now we're no longer in that, right? We're not there anymore. So now what do? You cannot run that same business model. It just wouldn't work.
Man,
It's not gonna work.
Man, you talk to a kid now. That's what that shit sound like to you.
Well, I'm just keeping it real.
But they ain't kids, you know.
Yeah,
See,
well, they
a
act like
child,
some
a
of them
child
act
is
like
innocent.
kids.
Man, I don't like. Man, hell no. We don't. I'm not gonna compare a damn grown ass man to a kid. A kid is innocent. A kid is fucking innocent. I don't care, man. A kid is pure and innocent. These some grown up fuck ups that's crying after they pay for it, after they don't want to acknowledge, after they don't want to see the new development of the industry. They want to be fucking selfish. Here it goes. What, you want somebody else to do it for you? Wait. Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks didn't wait for somebody to say, you know what, we need to change that. Any great leader in our history stepped up and made a fucking change.
Yeah,
these
took a
risk. 2023 truck drivers, they are begging. And that is going all the way straight to the fucking bank. That's it. We're gonna increase the prop. We're gonna make these motherfuckers go to 24-hour tracking, geo tracking. Oh yeah, you thought we didn't have your location at first. Now we got it, and we bluntly showing you we got it.
Yeah.
You want to use our apps? We know how many times you clicked on that load. We know how many times we figure out your analytics, which route you want to run. We could tailor make this system to never pay you over $800. You fucking complain?
Yeah.
We take the load from you. No loads today for you. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming back. Hey, John, he used to do these loads for 800. Look at him taking it for 550.
Yeah. Yeah. True statement.
AI technology is here. Only people that don't want to believe it is the ones that think that they're going to outsmart everybody else when the brokers ain't even doing the work anymore. Your phone's doing it.
Yeah.
And you're paying for it.
Correct. And no matter how many emails you send to cuss them out, that AI already got one on the way headed back to you.
They just put them. They're like, okay, we must be doing a fucking good job.
Yeah.
Because he's triggered. That means he's took time out of his day to look at the load, read the load. That tells us he's interested in that lane. That means we got another carrier. Got another carrier on the hook. Keep that price right there. Now drop it 200 from what he's seen it. And then when he click on it and call in, bring it back up 200 where we had it at first. Watch you take that shit. We can see how many times your phone hot than a motherfucker. Yeah, we can see how long you are logged in on the app.
Yeah, they already know what zone you surfing. Zone 2 looking bad. Let me try to run up to zone 1. I remember I used to get some good lows out of zone 1,
Right.
and they hit you again with the $800.
And guys, now, all fairness, people gonna be like, "What's the answer?" We hear y'all cracking these jokes. What the fuck is the answer?
Mm,
Man, we're gonna let y'all be the one to determine that.
yeah.
Phone lines open. Now we got the
Mhm.
phone lines open.
You want
All
to do
right.
a commercial break, pimp?
Oh, you know what? We're gonna do, man. I'm just overloading myself today.
Yeah.
Commercial break real quick, you guys. Then when we get
I
back,
want to see that
phone
pool
line
shot.
open. All right, I should have removed that banner, but I get it on the next.
Mm.
All right, phone lines are open. Let me go ahead and get the phone lines activated.
Please do. Please do.
If
I would
y'all
love to
agree,
hear.
disagree,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get this set up. If y'all agree, disagree, hey man, it is what it is. All right. Phone lines are open 461-972-2042.
Mm-hmm.
Because hey, is broker really putting pressure? The bundle deals.
Yeah.
Everybody be talking. They be lurking. Hey man.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, Triple D, man. All right, we got price. We got to catch up with the comments, you guys. We got to,
Yes.
yeah, man. We got to go. Okay.
I like what
We got to
Hurry Up
catch
Advice
up.
said. He said, "Yep, desperation like a motherfucker."
These guys out here desperate, man. You got guys running round trips off of fuel advances, and you utilize all of the fuel advance before they even get done with the first leg. Y'all out here bad.
Oh,
Oh man.
they just seen that they seen the number that they was gonna generate and said, "That's all I need to know about it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna generate this," but they never thought about what it goes into generating that load, that money. And hey, you're gonna do the bundle deal, it's got to be drop and hook each way. You can't wait on lows. I've done bundle deals before, but they was drop and hook, drop and hook.
Hold on real quick. We got Price calling in.
Oh, that's my brother right there.
All right now, brother Price. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How you guys doing tonight?
Man, we all right. How about
Pretty
yourself,
good.
brother?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. AT, I still appreciate you, brother.
Oh man, don't worry about it. You know what it is. It's that Northeast connection, baby. We ain't worried about that. Let's talk about this bundle deals and what's going on in the market, man. What's going on in your area? How things looking there?
Hey, man, listen, it's funny that y'all talking about that fuel advance and stuff like that. I had a driver call me the other day. He says, hey, Price, he said, man, I booked a load that really didn't pay him that much, but went a long distance. I forget how many miles he said it was. It was a lot of miles with 2 or 3 stops on it. He took a fuel advance and got half the money, but when he put the fuel in the truck, he couldn't make it all the way to complete the load. So he called the broker back and told him that he needed more money. The broker told him to go to a specific gas station and they would put like another $200 worth of fuel in the truck for him to make it. They hit him in the head for the com check for that. Then they turned around and hit him with another fee for getting 2 fuel advances in one trip, even though it was a double trip. So it's funny that you guys are talking about the same identical thing that this driver was telling me the other day. And I was like, man, that's just crazy.
But these guys taking the race. I talked to the guy that ran to Florida. Florida. couldn't.
Dead
Man,
freight area.
well, dead freight, but here goes the thing. They taking the fuel advance. They taking the rate without sitting there doing the calculation. Man, I'm gonna need more than $1,200 in fuel to go over 2,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because from here to the bottom, 1,200 miles, and you got to ride 1,200 back. That's 2,400 miles.
That's it.
So how you gonna do it? How you gonna do it on a turn and the load weighs 40,000 going and 40,000 coming back?
Well, that's $1,600 in fuel at 6.1 miles to the gallon. You can't do it.
All right, then what about island? What about traffic, stop and go?
Correct.
So you got to add it. So what? Why even? You say the toll?
Well, Price. Let me ask you this though: if you're looking at a run like that, you know how far that truck can go on a tank of fuel, and instead of asking for the minimum, you should go ahead and ask for the max, which will be an overage. Or do you think it's more because guys aren't able to float their own fuel because of where we're at right now? Right? They're not able to do it. Now, some guys are using fuel cards, totally different situation. But if you get into fuel,
hold on. You're going off into the answer.
I think it's a wide variety of things. One, a lot of drivers can't get what they ask for. And whenever you try to get into a dialogue with these brokers, the first thing they do is hang up the phone. They are some cocky bastards. And if the tide ever changes, it's gonna be a bloodbath out here for brokers. But you never get into the argumentative side of doing something like that. So it's even hard to have that dialogue. And like you guys were saying just a minute ago, most of the runs are already put on the load board. And if they have a load on the load board at a rate, and then you put something up there, that shit won't even let you damn put the number in there. They won't even let you put the number in there. And I'll give you another one like C.H. Robinson. They got some shit. Let's say they got a load going from A to B, right? And say it's $1,000. You put in there $1,500. They deny the $1,500 and then say you got 2 minutes to take our offer, or you're not going to be able to bid on the load no more.
so basically, Price. Let me ask you this now. Yeah, I heard you, but I want you to go back 13 months when most of the carriers were hanging the phone up on the broker. The carriers were given the 18 inches of meat. So when you said if tides would change again, it did change, but in the broker's favor. You got what I'm saying? And this AI, and I want people to understand this. Lord knows I don't know everything, but understand the AI perspective in trucking is taking over. When you cannot negotiate anymore, they're taking the ability for you to get the price point that you want, right? We want to get paid a reputable number, not $1,000 for 900 miles. Nobody wants that. But when they are making the game so that you're forced to take this, you're forced to do it, and people can say what they want, sooner or later, it's coming to a load board near you. This is what I think trucking is going to. Now, what does that do for the carrier? How will he be able to survive? Because let's be honest, we can only streamline so much at this point. What are you going to take 4 of your drives off and run around with just 4 like you got super singles to save on fuel and weight? Not happening. So at this point, there's no more streamlining. Streamlining is done, right? We understand their goal is to push certain people out. Then when the rates do come back, they still gonna have control. Because March the 30th, if people start seeing a national average of $2.50 a mile,
that's a new rate.
Gonna be jumping up and down. You got me. That's right.
Well,
that's what they will be looking at.
This is the thing. and you guys touched on it. I think Daryl touched on it earlier. First of all, half these guys don't know about the trucking industry and how freight runs and the seasons that freight runs. I mean, even if the rates were what they were pre-20, this time right now, there wouldn't be shit moving no way. You'll be lucky if you got a few loads during a week, maybe 2 loads out of a week during the month of February, January, February. These are the slowest months of the year. March, it starts picking up a little bit, and they start running them flowers coming out of Mississippi, places like that, trying to work their way back this way. But for the most part, the freight was slow anyway. So now you couple not having any freight, along with freight already being slow, it just sets up a tsunami of drivers being slaughtered one by one.
But they walking into the slaughterhouse. They are walking in.
Right.
Here go the thing.
Because they don't understand. They don't understand that if you wasn't prepared for this, knowing that these months trucking is going to be slow, then you just put yourself into the slaughter. Now you throw in an expensive part like a fucking radiator, or a transmission, or a clutch, or a rear. Shit.
Now,
all the money that I had saved up, now I got to divert that money.
Now, what about with the guys? So if this is the slow season and they decide to go out there in the slaughterhouse and get slaughtered, do we blame that the industry is down, or that person is just ill prepared?
It's all above. He's ill prepared. He's walking in the slaughter. He doesn't do anything or take any advice from seasoned vets who tell you time after time to get you a motherfucking mentor, to tell you the ins and outs about this business, where to go, where not to go, where freight is running, and what to do in season. Now, I could get up here every day and I could tell everybody the secrets that I do, but would I be smart to do that? Would I be smart enough to tell you guys, hey, do this, this, and this will carry you until hopefully something gets better? Because if I do that, now I'm going to fuck myself because everybody's going to do it. And the thing is, right now, all this shit is dog eat dog. These brokers are eating you, and any driver that can come along and eat you up, they're going to do the same damn thing just to survive. It's just like what you said a minute ago, Obi, when you said, if you want to put a man's back against the wall, throw some motherfucking debt on his ass when he got to pay a bill.
Yeah.
And his baby got to eat. And they got to have a roof over the top of their head. You will do some stuff that makes absolutely no sense, and you know damn well it don't make any sense. How you gonna run a load 1,000 miles for $800? Paying tolls, pulling 44,000 pounds. There's no way in the world that you could possibly think that you're gonna turn a profit from it.
Well, a lot of these people. Go ahead. What you about to say?
But my thing is, what are the brokers thinking? Do they even realize that these guys can't run this stuff that way?
But that's their problem. The problem is not the brokers didn't structure that business to make sure that the carrier is profitable. Like you said, it's a dog eat dog. You getting into the fight. That's like blaming the winning champion of the boxing community during a boxing match at the end when they called the fight, blaming the guy for being too good and whooping his opponent.
Yeah.
So if we like sports,
hey, it's that old adage. Remember how they said, "Why kick a man when he's down? Do you know any other better time to kick that motherfucker?"
There you go. I want to keep him down. I want to introduce him to left boot, right boot, left boot, right boot.
hey, if he's on the ground, you keep stomping that. Every time he try to lift his head, you kick him in the mouth again.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Price. Let me ask you this. because
Yeah.
I had to ask myself this question. As a broker, my job is to move the freight for the cheapest prices possible. I'm gonna dumb it down for the cheapest prices possible. And if you are a broker, and we're gonna take it out of the Northeast region, you're just Ohio to PA, 426 miles, 45,000 pounds. If you can get that load moved for 750, are you gonna let a driver bid you up to 1,300?
No, there's no way.
There you go.
And it's funny that you say that because I seen a load weigh 45,000 pounds going right there to Sharon. That's right
Mhm.
there on the line.
Correct.
That motherfucker was paying $650. I say, God damn. So you gonna pull all those fucking mounts with 45 grand on your back. Well, first of all, if you take half the money, you're only getting 325.
What if?
How you gonna make it?
What if they just coming in back into the city and utilizing it as a backhaul, where it's just something to come out? It doesn't come fuel because they got paid coming in. Because we heard a lot of people with this mindset where they was running into areas, they was getting good money to go in, just like guys that go to Florida. They get some of them get the good money to going in, and they would just haul something out and justify and say, hey man, it's just fuel. I got paid. I got compensated coming in one way.
What happens if you blow a tire?
They ain't worried about that. See, they wasn't worried about it. It became catchy. It became trendy. So the brokers like, let me make it easy for y'all. We're going to do bundle deals. We're going to do what Convoy. Bundle this shit up. We can just bundle it. And you figure out how to do your fuel. And if you need a cash advance, fuel advance, give us a shout. Now we're going to get the load even cheaper because we're going to charge you 5% per transaction. We're going to charge you another probably $75. Yeah, $35 check fee. Then when you're ready to get quick pay, you gotta well, first of all, you can't. Some brokers want to allow you to get the fuel advance if you got a factoring company. So now I'm gonna switch over to Waters. I'm talking to the guys with the factoring companies. Now your factoring company is charging you 10%. 10% per $500. You think, oh man, it ain't $50. And then on top of the 10%, they're hitting you with the, let's say you factor in at 2.5. Okay. About time you said and done, two transactions, you had over, there you go, 22.5% of your money is gone, and not including what the broker. So this shit gets real, and people are operating off these fundamentals.
Correct.
And they doing it, Price. They doing it, brother.
If I could tell any driver out here that your best option right now is to run local. Run the shortest runs you possibly can. If you get a load that pay $350 and it only take you a few hours, take it. If you
That's
out
dangerous.
Here running this road, it is dangerous, but if you out here running this fucking road day and night, hungry, can't wash your ass, scared to idle your truck because you're gonna run out of fucking fuel.
The good old days. That's the good old days. Hungry, can't wash your ass, about to run out of fuel. It made you think, it made you get a thought process of what am I doing wrong? You're uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get out this rut. That's why I said the good old days, right? But my whole thing, Price, is let's be honest. When guys were making $11,000 last year, they did not plan for this thing to flip upside down twice. See, what we're dealing with is we're spectators watching Simone Biles, and she's the broker. She's flipping all day long with these rates. And we just, oh, God, oh my God. Did you see that stand? Yeah. Now look at your wallet. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, man,
AP,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
30 plus years in this business.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like this, bro. Never seen high fuel prices, low wages, brokers telling you basically to kiss their ass, hanging up the phone on you, and truck drivers cutting each other's throat. I have never, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't even, if somebody would have told me that the trucking industry was going to be like this, I've been like, man, you crazy as hell. I know I could make me $2,000 or $3,000 right quick on an easy week.
Yeah.
On an easy week, run 1 or 2 loads, I got $2,000-$3,000. You know, take one out, bring one back, that's $3,000, $3,500, maybe 4, depending
Well, let
on
me
who
say
it
this
is.
now. Let me say this. You know, like I know, you used to that phone getting hung up on you because they always did that in the state of Massachusetts. There was no wiggle room on them loads. You got me? So we kind of used to that part. I think I be third person. I think what the problem is, man, people didn't expect things to change so fast.
But hold
But
on.
we're
But
seeing
we still hold on. We are still in February. Okay.
correct.
We are still in February. I think that the more things that's coming out, and the brokers are doing their test fight before the big boxing match, which is going to happen this spring.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
practicing.
we are jumping the guns because spring hasn't arrived yet. Now, when spring gets here, it's
That's
going
going to be the test.
there we go. Because right now we got some people going against the seasons. You got guys right now running February, running down there to Florida. You got guys running to California from Texas
Ain't
in
nothing coming out.
February.
Mm-hmm.
And they gets up there and like, man, you already borrowed. You going in debt. All right. So for the viewers, when I say debt, I'm not talking about regular occurrence of truck breaking down, fuel. No. I'm talking about these guys are operating at a negative, and they are borrowing money from factoring companies to pay their house bill. And it's only February. It's only fucking February. You ain't got your taxes yet, pimp.
I got a partner like that right now.
Yeah,
Motherfucker want to do loads for brokers that he ain't factored through so he can get some money. So the broker taking the whole goddamn the factoring company taking his whole damn load.
well, I mean, but I know a guy who did that. He borrowed $30,000 for the factoring company to make payroll one week.
No, how much money? All right, how much money? All right, so before there you go.
I'm telling you the truth.
I know, but that man had to be making some good money, generating some good money with that factory.
Yeah. They had about
man, you're gonna have these guys on YouTube go out tomorrow morning and ask their factory company for 50,000.
No, they had at that time they had about 28 trucks, and they had been with that same factory company for 5 years.
Hold on, first, man, if he would a factory company with 28 trucks, nothing, I just keep it to myself.
Well, hey, listen, one, I wouldn't be with no factory company with that many trucks.
Nah,
but he ended up borrowing. He told me, he said, "Man, I had to borrow 30,000 to make payroll." He said because of the fiasco, what happened the other week. That's what he had to do. But he had been.
Hopefully, he learned from that.
Yes, he did. He learned no longer. I'm a hired drivers by running their license. If the insurance company says okay, we're good, because that's what cost him. It almost put him out of business.
Well, that's his now. Okay, that was his shit.
Yeah, well, this wasn't recently. We're talking 2011.
Ah, okay.
Shit,
man. Hold on, man. Ain't it the 2011 ain't here anymore. It's 2023.
Oh man, we can't talk about the past?
Man, we in a new time. Probably just said guy borrow. This motherfucker is filtering out he drives around with a broker list. Okay, I can't use that broker. Can't use that broker. Let me sign a carrier packet. Yeah, y'all. How much y'all quick pay?
Money.
Yeah, 8%. Well, at least I keep 92%. Say, man. Hey, more people are out there doing it. And I say embrace them. Everybody, just put your hands out and
But
tell them.
not only that, I got a partner. He run that. Remember, I told you I got a guy in the yard. He got all those reefers. Me and him were talking today. He said, Demetrius, I run chicken down to Mississippi. He said, when I get down there, we'll run around a couple of days while we're down there waiting on our flour loads coming out. He said, we were bringing loads coming out of there, coming back up to Jersey, New York. He said, if it went, he said Jersey and Massachusetts. He said, if it went to Jersey, it was 46. And he said, if you went up to Mass, it was 56. He said, we've been running them every week. Finally, the guy come back this week and said, hey, listen, man, we're going to have to reduce that rate because we got guys here that said they'll run them loads up there a lot cheaper. I said, well, what'd you do? He said, well, my partner offered him a $500 discount. He said, my man said, no, we need 1,000.
Yeah.
God.
But he's all right.
We took 5 loads down there. He said, when we was on our way back, we going to grab 5 loads and come back up this way. He said, the motherfucker turned around and hit him again for another 500. So they lost $1,500 on the work coming back, man. I said, God damn. He said, Demetrius, but what am I going to do? He said, I can't let my truck come back with nothing on its back coming out of Mississippi.
Wait, that's when it. Wait, here go the thing. If he keeping his one track mind, Mississippi chicken, that's the thing. I heard the guys. Shit, I was a part of that.
He said they bring it out, OB.
Yeah, he could hit the Memphis market. What states he's passing back through to go back up? You know,
I don't even know.
No, I'm not asking. You know, I'm just saying rhetorical. Like he could start being proactive. All right, look at Memphis, Tennessee. Look in the Carolinas, Alabama. You know, certain states.
See, but he's not that kind of guy. He's a mechanic. He's a mechanic / driver.
Well, so this market is showing people you got to be diversified. You got to adapt, because the ones that say I'm not that type of person, guess what? The Loadboard is showing you, okay, you're not that type of person. All right, then let us feed you.
Yeah, we're gonna make you that type of person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and like I said, man, you know, to go, I live maybe about 10, 15 miles from New York City. To go into New York City, you talking about $300 worth of tolls, man. They offering $400 to run into New York. God.
It's not a bad. Well, these guys not a bad. But you know, I'm gonna say, all right, they take that much in tows, right? You got guys down here, man, pulling Niagara water for $125 from Dallas, Texas to Fort Worth, West Fort Worth. That's 40 miles, 45 miles one way. Man, I talked to a carrier. He said, as long as I get 2 of them, $250 a day, 4 days a week. He's local. He went
covering your fuel, man.
Well, you got to remember,
they find fuel on the ground. Apparently, it's got this. It's a whale around Texas somewhere where they just giving these guys some discounted fuel.
Yeah, if that.
So you're not gonna pay the driver nothing?
I mean, shit, get that driver $50. Give him a hot 50. This shit, this things runs deep, but got to keep in mind. You got to keep in mind. Do you blame the broker, or I wouldn't even say blame? No blame. Do you have sympathy for a person that decides to come out in one of the slowest months of the year, try to turn a profit in a devastating market?
I can't blame nobody but yourself for not knowing what you're entering in, and 2, not knowing the business, man. I mean, you got to know the business. I seen a video tonight. I forgot to take the black chick's name down. She doing a Shemaine Justice. Come buy a truck, and the truck will make $15,000 a week, and we take 10%. That's She was saying in a week's time you'll make $1,500 without even having to touch the truck. I just started shaking my head. That's that dark skinned sister that was on the TV saying she made over $1 million with the cowboy
Compass
hat.
Circle. Compass Circle.
She got a video up here on YouTube and on Facebook.
Well, we ain't gonna give her no
saying
credit then. We ain't gonna give her no credit then. We ain't gonna even give her no credit then.
Well, Price, let me ask you this
I just
question.
don't want nobody to fall
Hold
for
on.
the okey-doke.
We got more people calling, but go ahead, Theo.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask this real quick. As a seasoned guy in this industry, at what point do you think, not all, but some of us need to start looking at maybe this part of the industry, we may need to want to pack it up just because of the frustration, the technology that's coming into play, myself included. Do you think that's a rational way of looking at it now, right? Because we're seeing the industry change, but are we willing to change with the industry? And I think that's the big question a lot of people may want to ask themselves, because a lot of this is got to do with technology and this industry changing, and it never changes for your interest or your best interest. So I just want to get a take on that. What do you think about something like that? Maybe is it time for some guy to just start it? Maybe they may want to walk out of this part of trucking.
T, it's funny that you say that because, when the CDL came out, for all you guys that don't know, there wasn't no such thing as no CDL when I started driving. You had an articular license. It was a piece of paper folded up 3 ways. You folded 3 times, and your name was on there, no picture, no nothing, and you had an articular license. So when the CDL came out,
hold on now, Price. We got to, because we said it, I think people follow it before, but go ahead. About the CDL.
That's when all the technology started coming in trucking. And a lot of these old salty dogs said, I can't put up with that. I can't keep up with this stuff. Half of them couldn't read and write. So they started getting out of the business. And I mean, sometimes this thing, it gets too technical for you and you have to get out. I heard, I'm not going to mention his name, I heard a vet today. He say, man, I'm sick of this shit too. Cause I was pissed today. I seen my goddamn radiator leaking. I said, fuck this. I'm sick of trucking. And he came right on my page, said the same thing, man. And he started showing videos of where they wanted him to put the truck. So, I mean, it's like anything else, man. You want to stay positive and try to keep going. But, man, this shit, it'll break the toughest man out here, man or woman. And I tell guys all the time, man, there's been many a days that I've sat in my fucking truck crying. Like, why is all this happening to me? But it ain't just me, it's everybody.
Everybody getting 18 inches. Don't worry about it. You ain't the only one that's hurting.
Yeah.
Everybody hurting right now.
All right. Hey, Price, brother. Thank you for calling in. We got to get some more people on before we get off tonight. Thank you, Price.
All right, man. Y'all.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Bye. All right, you guys. All right. Phone line is still back open. Give you a shout. Come up here, man. Let us hear what's going on in your trucking life, right? Phone number is right here. 561-972-2042. And while we doing that, man, let's go and watch the truck driver do some rear shit. That motherfucker going to paint.
Yeah.
Look at everybody cheering on Snapchat. Let's keep going. Listen. Everybody out there going to Snapchat. Yeah. And then this guy got the company truck out there. I bet you. That motherfucker. What dude he look at him?
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey man.
I wonder if he logging that PC. I wonder how he's logging that going in circles like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know, brother. They wilding, man. But man, I tell you something, man. Now we got special footage, you guys. We got special footage of a We got a truck driver that got arrested. Yeah,
Another one.
yeah. They got arrested at the TA. Uh,
Mm.
and no, at Iron Skillet. At the
And
Iron
Petro.
Skillet.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. All right, we got some footage. Police came in to take him out. Let's see it. Let's see it.
But you just assured me that I could speak.
Oh, you ain't speaking.
Look, what? Gentlemen, is democracy manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis, people. Oh. Why did you do this to me? Hop in the car. Get some cups. For what reason? What
Typical
is the charge?
Peterbilt.
Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh,
That's a nice headlock, sir.
succulent.
Oh, yes. I see that you
Yeah,
know
he
your
looked like a
judo.
Peterbilt driver.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there. Ta-ta! Farewell.
Dirty go-go drivers, get your hands off me. That's what he wanted to say. Only a
I
go-go
was just
driver gonna put
enjoying
you in
my
the headlock like
succulent.
that.
Yeah, he said, I was just enjoying my succulent Chinese meal. Get your hands off me. Are you ready to receive my limp penis?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Man, that man had on a Peterbilt. But anyway, you guys, 561-972-2042. Call in, man. Tell us what's on your mind. You know, right now it's the real deal. Holyfield. Y'all heard Brother Price. Price came up here and said, man, but what do y'all think? What do y'all think? What's up with you want S125? S125. How's your brokering coming along, brother?
Oh,
Marcus. What up with your Marcus? Triple D, man, he unplugged that ELD. Yeah, he ran into the iron skill after he unplugged that damn ELD.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. Hold on, man. Let's get him again. That's the Peterbilt guy.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car.
Hold on. That's a truck driver talking. That's a truck driver talking to two DOT officers. You assured me that you was not going to give me a warning.
Bring anything.
You're going
I'm under
to
what? This is democracy manifest. Have a look at the headlock. See that chap over there? Get your hands. This is on the floor. Why did you
Volvo.
do that? What is the
Oh,
charge?
man.
Eating a meal?
Oh man, that's a Volvo. I'm
See,
done.
that's for all
I'm
you
done.
freedom fighters out there at
Oh.
Petro. Talking all that smack. You get snatched up. Man, so you grabbing my penis.
Oh, yeah,
my limp
man.
penis.
Then you got a truck driver doing donuts. Man, but let's get back to it, you guys. Let's get the tunes on, man. Let's get in that mindset. But man, I'm gonna still say it, brother. I'm gonna still say, oh, there you, brother.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
you got the cups, man. Got yours in the
Yeah,
mail,
I see
baby.
you got the official business
Yeah,
podcast
that's it, man.
cup.
Man, you know, you gotta rock the official business podcast, man. You know, when we get
I'm
up in the
gonna have
morning
my
time, it's
cup
all
up
about
soon.
business, baby.
You ain't never
Oh yeah,
lie.
you got yours. We overnight in yours, pimp. You pick out your colors. See, hey,
Yeah.
people, Theo picked out his shit now. Don't let Theo fool you. So,
I'm assuming mine is blue. I'm assuming.
oh man, you know, I put it blue and put a little special Texas dust in there for you. So if your ass come to the if Theo come to the live all leaned out, okay, yeah, we want to influence us down here in Texas.
I know
But,
that's
you
right. I know
got-
that's right, pimp.
Man, what's up with your Ricky Time? What's up with everyone? Triple D, Mr. Washington. What's up with you, man? Tanker
Yeah.
Yanker. What would you do if you was your
If that was your
driver?
driver.
If
Mhm.
that was your driver. Man, it's been so long ago. I'm trying to see what he means. And T Hill stated that one truck carriers are becoming obsolete. Now, but here go the thing. I'm thinking that's the way. Hold on. Hold on.
Call from Stephen Chair's Facebook. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
All right, Mr. Steven. How you doing?
What up, fellas? What's up, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
I can't call it. I can't call it, man. Long
Oh,
time no hear from D.
oh, man. Hey, man. I ain't heard from you either, man. The phone works two ways, right?
Yeah, hey, I take some responsibility in that too now.
All right, there, brother. What's on your mind, brother?
No, I was just going to piggyback what y'all was talking about, and Theo made some good points, but I think of course, I've had experience on both sides of the ball, and so it kind of opened my eyes on how things really work, even on the brokerage side. But
Mhm.
you have to think about some things, like when we was all making this money, 2018, COVID, pre-COVID, post-COVID. And I think we all know at some point, the market really is gonna correct itself eventually, like Theo that said earlier, it's eventually gonna correct itself. But we have to think about, like, sometimes with the data of all these trucking companies, that all these new entities that came in to the industry during COVID, because they seen the numbers and they seen the demand. And so when you get a
Mhm.
flood of new entities and new trucking companies, you got a whole pool of trucks in or carriers in this pool,
Mhm.
and the market is oversaturated. It's more carriers versus there's brokers. So it's like y'all know, when you get numbers like that, it's gonna favor the broker. And the thing that
Correct.
people really don't see far on the broker side is that, where the carrier will come is like, just say if the broker has $1 in the load, and somewhere about that, the carrier in some way thinks, if he's got $1 in that load, that whole dollar is entitled to the carrier. In so many ways, if you're a carrier, you do feel that way. But on the brokerage side, but on the other side of the coin, you got to think, whose customer is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it the carrier's customer, or is it the broker's customer? Well, a lot of times when you make that phone call or you on that algorithm, that's the broker's customer. And
Mhm.
we didn't go get that customer. So this is where it kind of makes me little, woozy, because I know both sides of the ball. When people, there's good brokers, there's bad brokers. But when you think about the whole grand scheme of things, and if you've been out here long enough, you kind of should be away from those brokers anyway. I've heard you say it. I've heard Theo say it. I'll say it 50 million times. To avoid things like this and the conversation we're having is when you should have a customer or a customer. So that kind of, especially if you've been in the game a while, because, like we
Correct.
say, everything you see on the low board is sloppy seconds. And I
Mhm.
think Theo hit on it earlier, and this, which is what I kind of liked, because both of y'all seen, because both of y'all was kind of playing devil's advocate. You're like, yeah, what if you do blow a tire? Well, what are the odds of you blowing a tire? I get that. But most good owner operators, and
Mhm.
just from what I've seen, I know neither one of y'all have had slouchy trucks. I know Price has never had a slouchy truck. And you keep up on equipment, but things do happen. But
Mhm.
in the grand scheme of things, I think most times that if a person, you, at the end of the day, this is and I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong, but this is my thought. it's gonna get moved. Not regardless if I move it or not, whether if it's cheap, it's gonna get moved. Somebody's gonna move it. And
Correct.
the thing about us, it's not us be the one to move it. But it's and you hate that. You do hate that. But it's gonna somebody's gonna move it. And my thing is, and Daryl touched on it. I've heard I've talked to him a couple of times and I've seen video. But the one thing he does say, he says the magic word, and he says the word competition. And my thing is, when you have that competition, guess what? If you don't know your numbers and you don't know how to operate, guess what? You're not going to be in business long anyway. So good. Take that T-Trade, because guess what that's going to do? It's going to run you out of business. And not saying that I want you to go out of business, but if you don't know how to operate, you're going to do that. It's self-inflicting. And so some people have compassion for that, but as a carrier on the other side, I don't have compassion for that, because you're going to be out of business. And you just have to, ride the wave for a little while. Not understand that you have to ride the wave and kind of, even with the, wave rates are now, you have to kind of figure out how to minimize costs, your operating costs, and shell back and skim back as much as you can to survive, because we know it's going to pick back up, and it's eventually going to be back into the carrier's favor. But I think for the right now, it's not in the carrier's favor. It's in the broker's favor. And it's not like that every broker is bad. And not all brokers are bad. And the ones that are bad, you can kind of weed them out. And the ones that are bad, guess what? You know how to get rid of them? You don't do business with them anymore.
There you go.
If you one time,
Leave the high P brokers alone.
One time, right. If you get them, then you address that and you put that on social media or whatever you need to do to get the information out. But as far as you as a person, as your business, you know not to do business with them ever again. And so that kind of gets rid of that broker, and you don't have to worry about them. But that's just, like I said, that's just my, look on it, and like Daryl said, it's about competition.
Yeah,
and I agree with you though. At this point, man, you got guys folding in their mirrors while they're driving to get better fuel economy, get better wind endurance, right? But when somebody used the analogy of what if you blow a tire? Well, here's the thing. If you ain't got a spare tire on that truck or trailer, then you deserve the 21 inches that they gonna give you for that tire.
Or the roadside. Or the roadside.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta brace yourself.
At least if you got the tire, all you got to do is pay for roadside. You ain't like, I'm not bashing my Mexican homies, but my Mexican homies have a tire on the back of that cab, and they'd be out there with a 4-way lug wrench with a cheetah bar getting the wheels off. You know what I'm saying?
Or you ain't never lied.
Man, right, put the block under the wheel.
They got the nut buster. When you turn it.
WD-40 and any other kind of spray. Some lugs broke loose.
Look, I'm gonna say this, and I said it before. I said this before one time. People still don't believe me. One time last year, I didn't have my trailer. Had to swap loads out. Pulled another trailer. I needed a tire. Cost me $1,650 for a roadside tire. Roadside in Chicago. The company called Speedy. I can send the bill over to you, pimp.
I believe you, pimp.
They was there in 10 minutes. I got so excited. Like, man, when he said, 16, I said, what? I had no choice. I didn't have my trailer. I had to put a tire on it.
They had you by the show curly. They had you by the show curly.
Yeah, but if that was my trailer.
But how many times does that happen? It doesn't happen often, right? It doesn't. How many times does that happen?
It doesn't happen often, but in this day and time, $1,650 can wipe out part of your week.
Wait, hold on. It can, but how many times? They got you. They got one. You was the sucker that day. Now,
I had no choice.
The average person working,
correct.
A blowout should be probably a 10%. I know you got unforeseen things. Now, when I hear people say, "Man, what about a blowout?" This is what I start to think. How's your tires on your truck currently? What type of
Mm.
quality tires
That's what I
do
was
you
gonna
use?
say.
Do you even
They
check your
running caps. They
your
running caps.
oh man, they running caps, they got the May pops.
They
Man,
running
yeah,
caps.
yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
should be
they
illegal
ain't
anyway.
gonna make pop. They gon' pop. They're not make pop. They gon' pop.
No, it's when they gonna pop. They
pop.
gonna-
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time when they gonna pop. They gon' pop. It ain't no make
Yeah.
pop. They gon' pop.
And then they go
know,
to the
yeah.
who is the loves. They were like, hey man, you get this retreaded this other retread tire. And you be like, dude, I know a guy that the tires will blow. He just gonna get another one. Now, man, see, I like getting it from this place versus this. I'm like, dude, you changing tires. By the
over
time you
and over.
add up, so I get what you're saying, Stephen, is that okay, when does it happen? What are you doing to prevent it? And if you are already running your operation before a blowout at a
Mhm.
very thin and poor standard, why should we feel guilty for you when the damn tires blow out?
Correct.
That's what I'm. That's just my mentality. And like you said, I mean, people can call it harsh, but I mean, this is everybody don't get a trophy in this. Daryl and Theo, everybody you can't get a trophy in this. Everybody doesn't get but I mean, you get a participation, but to win as on your bottom line, everybody doesn't get that win.
I like that.
There's times, like I said, there's weeks
Participation
that
trophies.
you win.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't get everybody gets a participation trophy, but who cares about that? At the end of the day, you want to win
Say it again,
because
brother.
this is about competition.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm sorry, what you say?
No, I just turned up your volume so people can hear you. The ones in the back.
Yeah,
The cheap ones and
that's
cheap
just my.
seats.
I have that Doberman picture mentality, but I have that Doberman, picture mentality about that. But like I
Mhm.
said, and then like you get like I said, if a broker is so bad, why use them? If they're that bad and they're that horrible, if they this, why use them?
Pimp, you gonna get the show band talking like that. Now,
Because at some point,
hold up.
right? Because at some point, I'm thinking if you're in the game, you ever had that, like I have, I'm like my wife and me, my kids and any on her side of the family. It's just like if a broker calls, it's kind of, I'm putting an analogy like with kids or family, they know who to talk to. If they want some bullshit, they know to call or they'll go through my wife. But even a broker or somebody I've been dealing with, if they know I'm not gonna haul it, and they know I'm not gonna haul it for cheap, they don't bother me. They wouldn't dare pick my phone up. You see what I'm saying? They don't care. They will call anybody but me because they know I'm not gonna do it for cheap. I'm not gonna rape you, but you're not gonna get me for cheap. And if it's inconvenience, you're gonna pay me. And that's just the way it is. You got that one uncle or that one auntie don't take that shit, and they don't bother you. They ain't gonna call you for nothing, no matter how bad they doing or how much. If they in the bad, they are not gonna call you. And that's just the way it is. Sometimes with brokers and stuff, if they've used you before, it's almost an insult if they call you like to ask you to do something for less than what you was already doing it for.
Now, let me ask you this.
And I get the relationships.
Now, let me ask you this, especially for the carriers that done it before and they take the new low rate. Can you blame the broker for not bringing them back up to the price that it was prior to the low ball rate? Like, let's say it was paying 1,500 and the guy took it for 1,000 because it's the slow season.
That's not on the broker. That's on the carrier because people always say, I mean, I hear this all the time during social media. I hear not a lot, but a very few say there's no such thing as a free market. Well, my thing is, I'll argue with people, and I won't even get on social media no more to even defend it because at the end of the day, my thing is, if there's no such thing as free market, nobody's holding a gun to your head to make you pull it for $1,000.
Oh,
So why come it's not a free market? So why is it not a free market? And even with these algorithms, the algorithm ain't holding a gun to your head to say, if you was hauling it for 15, this is the new going rate. Because like I said before, it's going to get moved, but I'm not going to be the one to move.
See, he
Right.
talking.
So I let
He
that
talking
ca-
too strong.
I let
now.
that carrier. I let the Russians do it. Let the Russians pull it.
God dang.
They let them come over there with their Volvo and pull it and haul it.
Well, I mean, you ain't
But
got to
it
bring
won't
the
be me as
Volvo in this. I
that's
mean,
all
any
I'm saying.
truck
I
can
won't
pull
get the
cheap
Volvo.
freight. I mean, we got to bring the
Yeah.
Volvo in this. I'm with you. I'm with you.
And my thing is, the truck is designed to haul 80,000 anyway. Put the 80,000 on it. But
Yes.
I'm just saying, if I put the 80, I got to spread. But I'm saying, you put the 80,000 on me, you're gonna pay me. But it just makes me cringe sometimes when people, like I said, with the brokers part, and it's like, they won't. There's always been laws about transparency about what the rate is. It's always been that, it's based on the carrier if he wants to do his hard work and due diligence to seek that on the rate con. Because I'm looking for, the one thing I look for on the rate con, and I'm not gonna get off on that, is the word right to offset. If I see them words, it's a no-go for me.
Well, tell
I'm out.
everybody what
I'm
that
out.
lingo means, if you don't mind.
That lingo means what if you lay it over, whatever happens to it, you are on the hook. Or if you just say if you have a factoring company, you're still on the hook and they're gonna get their money. No matter what, it's gonna fall back on the carrier. And that's the words I look for on any small print with a magnifying glass is the right to offset. I run the other way. And I don't care what it's paying. I don't want those key words that I look for and I run. And anybody I tell him that you go sit in that rate con, run. Because it's, provided you might go down there, God, you might get it down there and back, but the thing about it, what if you don't? The carrier is still on for that, and you done signed your life away. And so that's why I say that nobody. This is a free market, no matter how you put it, no matter how many people want to argue about it. Nobody puts a gun to make you carry a load as a carrier. It's your decision. It's your business decision, and at the end of the day, as they say, it's your life. So your life is in your hands. So you have to control that. And that's one thing I kind of, because I've watched the video. I don't never be live, but this is probably the first time I've watched it on live. But I always watch the video. I always go back. But that's why I like, because y'all get, I get both sides. You see what I'm saying? And you give people both sides. And Daryl has a strategic way of doing it, because he said, even with the what ifs, they're logical what ifs. It's not the way out there, things. It's just practical things that he may throw out. Yeah. And the practical things he's throwing out are catchy and they're real life. And then you get the other balance from Theo, because Theo knows that, hey, you got a point there, but this is how you do this too. This is how you met. So you get the best of both worlds. And that's what I like about the podcast, because there's no, there's transparency. There's no hidden, like they say in credit card, there's no hidden fees.
Yeah. Correct.
And you're giving them people the game who listen, you're giving them the game, and people don't realize that you're giving them, some people call it nuggets. I don't call them nuggets, because I've listened to several of y'all podcasts. These are not nuggets. These are just prize gems that people need to just, if you come into the game, you're a year or two, these are things that you need to grasp onto and learn these things and learn the languages, because certain things that you hear from people is not right. And you have to do things right if you're going to be in this business. And I hear people all the time, and let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do is listen to a lot of people at a counter, tell them about what they should do, what they should do, and what you can do when it comes to a load or something. You better know your laws. That's the main thing I tell anybody. You better know, if you hold somebody's freight, you better know that you can hold it.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't know that. Sometimes you better go unload some folks' stuff, and then you get your laws, or you deal with them however you can accordingly. But you don't want to lead people down the rabbit holes to holding people's stuff, because a lot of times that goes down another hole that you don't want to go down. And that's just because people don't know transportation law.
Well, hold on.
And I
Don't,
read on this stuff. I have a
hold
book.
on, Steve. Don't, you got to step off, but continue on. You and Theo got the show real quick.
All right, go ahead, brother.
No, but that's
Steve,
just what I'm saying. That
go
you
ahead.
know, people don't know that you can't say those things, you know, and not be able to have something to stand on.
Correct. Well, listen. Anytime you sitting around a counter at any truck stop in America, you're getting 99% lies and 1% truth. And it's basically somebody's
Absolutely.
just trying to be entertained, right? You have the guy that positions himself. So those that can see me, I'm going to position myself. They literally turn around like this for everybody to see them because they want a captive audience, right? They're moving their hands. You're like, yeah. They line their ass off. That's all they're doing, right? And you know, we like to do, we look at it this way. We call it food for thought, right? I don't say I know everything. OB don't say he knows everything. But what we do know has worked for us in this industry. You got what I'm saying? And we see those who are having problems in this industry. Now, I'm quick to say, hey, listen, too many people use the truck money as their money. It's not your money.
It's
You
not
see,
your money.
it's not your money. And I get people will argue with me and say, oh, that's my money. It's not. It's still the truck money. Percentage of that is yours. You got to pay yourself. So nobody wants to discuss these things, right? And now what we're looking at, I will go back to what I've been screaming since last year. Whether we want to admit it or not, the notion of AI into this industry is coming fast and it's coming hard. They've proven that some people will do click and go just to get a load. May not be the number they want, but they're going to use it to get the load. Some guys are like, I ain't doing that. I'm debating and getting my load where I'm talking with a guy face to face. So I'm not knocking that, but we have to be honest with ourselves and say this industry is changing. They are playing games with us. They do control the narrative. You get what I'm saying? But what I say to any one truck carrier operation, and I don't care how many you got, but I'm just gonna stay to the one trucks. Understand, you are a carrier. Does not mean you have to put a van on the back of your fifth wheel. If you can find a lick, whether it's a 5-day lick, a 2-week lick, a 60-day lick, and it ain't your trailer, but it's keeping you profitable, go with it. Because you know how it is. We get so comfortable being in our lane, running one specific thing. And if somebody calls me and say, hey, man, I got a 40-day hit. Can you run these tankers for 40 days? Well, I guess we running tankers if it's paying. You see what I'm saying? We still got to be willing, and I say this all the time, man. We still got to be willing to somewhat try to reinvent the wheel, but put ourselves in the position we can make money. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of guys.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, a lot of them have gotten so comfortable with just running it one way. And if that's working for you,
we can't
what
do
I'm
that
speaking,
anymore.
it ain't for you. You get what I'm saying? If it's working, what I'm saying is not for you. But for the ones where this is not working out, hey, put your truck in another market. Try something different. You do it every day when you get up and look at the load board. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what that's what I was saying too, because you hit it, you hit the nail on the head, because if we're gonna stay, like you said, we have to figure out another way to, like you said, reinvent the wheel. We're gonna have to find a way with AI. How can I capitalize? In my mind, how can I capitalize on AI?
Correct.
What can I do to capitalize on AI?
Or coexist,
and,
coexist with AI, because it's here.
Or coexist with AI. At some point, you're not losing, but at some point you can coexist with them, or you can gain advantage, or you can kind of capitalize on that. Either one, but as long as you're not losing, you're, you're okay.
Yeah.
And that's just, and this is what it is. But I think for most folks that's been out here a while, and y'all been out here too, you better If you ain't got a customer in your hip pocket, you better get one.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the word, the contract, I know the ink on the paper ain't as good as you wipe your tail with, but at least at some point you have something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have
Yeah.
consistency.
Regardless of anything, you're giving them something.
Well,
value, you know what I'm saying?
And not only that, you're opening up yourself to empowerment, changing your mindset, expanding your network, and being able to go somewhere. Hold on, real quick. Hey, Theo, that you need to take a commercial break real quick, brother. Yeah.
No, we good. We good. I muted
You
myself. We
need to.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because here go the thing: when you allow yourself to get into a different pool or around a different group of people with different mindsets,
Mm-hmm.
you allow growth to come into your life, right? And I think that's what we need. And I'm not saying this as a community. I'm saying this: you're gonna have some good and bad, but this participation trophy shit, this mindset.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you can't get upset when the brokers apply the same participation back to you. When a carrier states, "Oh man, I've been out here 20 years. I can't believe this." Why not? Oh man, you seen the load prices yesterday? Seen the price day for yesterday? Now, when the broker tells you, "Hey man, I had people move it for this," they're being honest with you. You don't like that participation, do you?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you are literally being blind to the critical point of your operation. If I'm seeing a decrease in rates, I'm going to go ahead and prep myself, or I'm going to start changing the tune or fine tuning things in order for me to be profitable and to me get out the rat race. But to go out here and be like, well, I need you guys. I used to be that guy. Hey, you guys, I need you guys. And I realized it was every man for theirself. And me and Steven,
It is.
me and Steven talked on the phone. Now, if y'all don't, it's just a real, I'm gonna be light because none of some of y'all damn business. But I had to turn to this man and ask this man, these motherfuckers, they ain't listening. And he's that man, you stressing yourself out. That's how that man run his operation. But if they, hey, so I took from his conversation, the conversation him and I had, I take away, I only talk to people that I know that has substance and value. And I apply it. The shit works. And people like, man, sometimes so be act like he know it all. No, I just talk to a lot of people. And I notice things. I get something from here, 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 here. So when I look out into the world, I can see the doers, the fucking liars, and the ones that will cut your throat. And they all had the same characteristics. One thing in common: a man is drowning in motherfucking debt in desperation. Be the one to betray you. And all these, oh man, we don't need to take low rates. Y'all should have been saying nobody should buy trucks beyond their capabilities. But no, what did we do as a trucking community? Oh, God got y'all. You blessed. So you trying to tell me Jesus blessed this woman with a $290,000 truck with a $80,000 drive in just to participate on $175 a month drive Loadboard subscription with freight rates at 70 cents a mile? That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what that boils down to, don't you?
When you turn that key over, there's gonna be I want to see that indicator when you turn it, not all the way over, but when you just turn the key on. I want to see that indicator with Jesus up on top of the dash up there on top of your head.
There you go. Hey, we want to see your Jesus bobblehead like in private, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need the bobble. I just need the indicator to light up.
Them praying
like
hands.
Check engine light. I want
so when your fuel get quarter, but your hands come up and it bring it back up to 3/4. You want Jesus to literally take the wheel, huh?
Oh,
But what I would say, what I was,
Jesus is pilot and co-pilot.
yeah, what I would say though, man, is I listen to OB when he says, "Hey, he called you and everything." One thing I take it to heart. What this financial guy told me years ago. It's a brother, and he said, "If you got 9 broke friends, you're gonna be number 10." All these
exactly.
people that ran out here and listen to people, man, the loads are paying so good. You can pay 3 times the amount for a 17 Cascadia, $125,000. When the truck wasn't even worth that. You still stuck with this $125,000 truck with rates that are paying $3.50 less per mile.
I think we normalize it by saying
Mhm.
with the $125,000 truck. No. You literally are paying $125,000 for a fucking title,
Correct.
not the truck,
Yeah.
the title.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You literally
And
are paying. The truck is going to generate what the truck do, because I'm gonna be the rational guy, right? If the truck generated 200,000 for the year, the truck did its job. But
Mhm.
as a business owner, if you couldn't retain at least 50% of that, don't blame the truck. It's you.
Mm.
And you wasn't ready to take out a loan for that large amount. That's where we have to
that's why they
start
should
looking.
put on the side of. That's what they. Well, that's why they should put on the truck when they get it. When they get it, put on the side of the truck instead of their name and stuff on it. They should put on the side of it, bank owned and operated.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. That would be a
I'm
badass
just saying.
shirt. I like
BOA
that.
transport. BOA transport. Bank owned and operated.
I don't want no parts of that.
But man,
Yeah, bank
that
owned and operated.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bank owned and operated.
y'all heard it
But I'm
here
just saying,
first.
you can have it. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts. But I'm just saying that's just why I look at it. I've been out here a long time too, but I just like, I see it like, hey, bank owned and operated. If you're gonna stick your neck out like that, just put on the side of the bump, bank owned and operated.
Yeah.
But most banks now won't. Yeah, I don't know. No bank anyway would give you money to buy a truck overpriced anyway, because to them they call that rolling collateral. I mean, if you want to, at the end of the night, if you come in late at night at a big truck stop, if you want a truck stop parking spot, you got to tell them Repo Joe is out there looking for a big Peterbilt or a Kenworth. The parking lot is scattered.
Them Peterbilt drivers always late on their
Repo Joe is out here
payments.
looking for a Peterbilt.
Damn.
They always
Yeah.
late.
Yeah,
Man,
they
hold on,
gone.
Theo.
They gone. They ain't never home.
You ever seen a Volvo
all right,
being
Peter. Hey,
repossessed?
Peterbilt drivers, dude. You Volvo drivers, man. You always doing coke. Y'all getting caught with coke or Hennessy. How many Atlanta, Georgia PDs out there? Shout out to Georgia PD for busting all these Volvo drivers with E and J. E and J.
Well, we like our white Hennessy. I will admit, Volvo drivers love our white Hennessy.
He said crash out.
They try to crash out. They're gonna throw your life away. I'm trying to crash out. Hey, it's like that old boy who was killing in the truck that night. Yeah, man, I'm killing.
Oh, Mr. 115.
2 hours.
Mm.
Yeah, he was he went 3 hours. I fell asleep on him. He was still up when I woke up. He was still at it.
Drinking them.
Hey, this guy, he's trying to crash out.
He did. He did.
But,
Because he was telling people. He was telling people, why are you guys? So give you a quick backdrop. It was a guy on Facebook Live drinking Heinekens and Crown in the truck at a truck stop, turning on the music, had Johnny Taylor playing, drinking, and he went on for many of hours. But if anybody was watching, he only went to sleep for like 4 hours. He went off for 4 hours. Then when he went back live, he was driving the truck, talking about he had 10 hours of sleep. Like, nah, pimp. No, you didn't have 10 hours.
Well, I mean, you can leave.
Somebody called Landstar.
Mm.
It reported his ass. And he like, oh, somebody snitched on me. I'm like, and everybody was like, dude.
You snitched on yourself.
You was on live. You snitched on yourself. You was public.
But he was in that 4-hour window of drinking, and then he took
Operating.
off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into compliance because I'm not
I'm just
I am
saying,
not
you
going down that
know.
rabbit hole with compliance.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going down that rabbit hole because that is you have to have a lot of time on your hand to go through that compliance. And
Correct.
I know the basics and a little bit underneath that, and that's where it stops. I don't ask me about a lot of compliance about when it comes to that part of it. I just know when I can go to bed, when I can get up.
Yeah.
Mm.
But man,
But I
Steve,
think, but like I said, but I tell you what, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all have. But I'm gonna say this. I tell you the last thing that really makes me cringe about this, like the topic we have tonight about the basically it's kind of like carrier versus broker. When there's always been transparency, laws. There's transparency laws about the rate, and like I said, people are going to have to. I mean, we all get into it at laziness. We see the rate con and this and another. And if you think the broker is shafting, you have the right to see the whole rate con. It's the fact that you want to chase down the shipper, and you have that right. You do.
Mhm.
You have that right to do your due diligence. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like if it's my price, it's my price. I don't care if you got $5 in it. If I want $4, you can keep the dollar. Because at some point, it's like walking into Walmart. Do you walk into Walmart and ask them how much they gave for that stalk of bananas?
Nope.
Because if you got a problem with it, you can go to Kroger. If you got a problem with it, go to Kroger. If you don't want to pay for them stalk of bananas, I don't know, nobody has ever went into Walmart and asked them what they gave for a product. I'm not me. If I want it, I get it. If I want to pay
Yeah.
that price. If I don't want to pay that price, well, let's shoot. I'm like, okay, you know how they do that. Well, Kroger's got coupons. Well, I can go get it for $1 cheaper at Kroger. So guess what? I just go to Kroger.
Yeah.
But that just makes me cringe when I hear people, the brokers keeping all the money, and when they have to sit on the other side of the fence. Those brokers and those people there, the carriers picking up for are their customers, and the carrier who's picking up the load for the broker. If you actually try to develop a relationship with them, you're their customer because you're trying to serve them.
Mhm.
If you're trying to establish a relationship, that's all. But if you like they, I live in Kentucky, they call, the University of Kentucky Calipari one and done. If you're that one and done guy, who cares? You only gonna pull a load for that one time anyway. You're not gonna establish a relationship with. So why do you care? If it's your right, that you want to go that particular lane, take the load. If it ain't your rate, move on. Simple. It's just simple to me.
That's a very good
Mhm.
analogy. I
Thank
never
you.
thought about it from that perspective of, okay, you're not trying to get this lane next week. You're
Nah,
not trying to build off this lane.
thank
So
you, Steven, man.
what
Thank you for
difference does it
calling
make?
in, brother.
If that's your rate, you take it.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything y'all doing, man. I love it. Like I said, I'm not on live. This is my first time, but I've always go back when I always go back because I have so much time, free time, and I always go back and look at the video. So I always go back to listen to the podcast.
Well, we
But I
appreciate
just
it,
have
brother.
time tonight, and but I always, like I said, let me tell you, I don't mix words. If I don't like it, I just tell you I don't like it. Or if we disagree, we just agree to disagree. But it ain't no blow up. You know what I'm saying? It's not a blow up. It's your perspective, and this is my perspective, and we can all, we just don't gel on something. Don't mean we can't get along. We can't have a man-to-man conversation, and we just prepare to, have differences of opinions, and we don't have to have a fallout.
Well,
Like,
I would
okay,
say this, brother.
I didn't see it from it. And the thing about it, I can learn something.
Yes.
I've been in this game for 25 years. There's no such thing as you can't teach an old dog new trick. I'm an old dog. And if there's a new trick, I want to know the trick. But what happens when you get the older guys, they don't want to change. And if you're not going to change, you're not going to be around long. So either you can not just say conform, but you're going to have to get with the times and kind of see what you can do to how to adjust, not give in, but somewhere, you know what I'm saying, just adjust and just like, I know we set in our ways, this way it used to be in the old days, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, And but
Correct.
now this is a different ball game for us. This is new to everybody. This thing is new. And
Yeah.
just because, this thing does the aspect of trucking doesn't change whether you have a truck or whether you have 10 trucks. The part of making money part doesn't change. It's your mentality of how you can adjust to the conditions of what things is going on and around you, and how you can control costs at the end of the day. How can I control costs in a pandemic or the things we're going through right now as far as the rates are right now? What can I do to minimize my costs and to cut things? Maybe I can't buy chrome today. Maybe I can't buy this today. And I'm going to have to do without just to adjust. But at some point, you kind of have an egg shape, enough to sustain you. If you've been out here long enough, you should have enough to sustain you in a hard time, whether it's 6 months or even a year or even 2 years. You should have been accumulated enough on the bottom line where you can sustain, where in case things go bad, you have other avenues. Like Price, he goes drives the bus or whatever. You always have an avenue, and you don't leave yourself in a corner where where the brokers got you pinned in the corner. You trying to, all thing you doing is holding up your dudes trying to stop the blow because you can't get out the corner.
Correct.
You can't get out the corner. So all thing you trying to do is bob and weave. You can't even throw a punch.
Dang. Well, I will say this, brother, and I'm glad you called in, and I know like you said, you go back and watch the replay, but you're right. We don't have to agree on everything, but we're gonna agree on something, right? And we do that by showing that blue on one side and the red truck on the other side. If you can make that,
see, Daryl will start stuff, and Daryl don't want to. See, Daryl will start stuff, but people don't. One thing I've known, one thing I've known when I watch his video. No, this is the truth. People don't challenge him, and because they know he knows his stuff.
I challenge.
But they don't want to challenge him just because if you have and I know you do, but that's why I was getting at. But you challenge him even though you know his stuff and he knows trucking, you know trucking, but you still challenge him on that. You see what I'm saying? But with most people, if they call in or if they just talk to him random on Facebook, they don't challenge him. Not to say to show him up, but just to challenge him in his thing to try to see is his way really the right way, or is his way the right way, or maybe there's some common ground. Well, maybe Daryl's right on this part. I didn't see it from this point, but Theo was right on this point, and Daryl's like, I didn't. You're right. I didn't see it from that. So that's what you get from that. You get that where it ain't just one sided, because Daryl quickly is like, now wait a minute. And so when you hear that word, wait a minute, he's coming with something, not with bullshit, but it's coming with something that's deeper than what we were thinking. And so, and that's what I'm saying. We can't just get to the point where we know everything, because we have to, be willing to learn. And I'm been in this 25 years. I'm 47 years old. I'm still learning different things, different languages on contracts and stuff. And I'm just saying, but they get the audience gets that from both of y'all. And it's not just no, wild west shootout where I'm going to be right and that's going to be it. It's just we agree to disagree, and we'll be back next week or next couple of days to do our podcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Stephen.
And there's no ill will feel. There's no ill will. There's no ill will.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. It's just okay. So we did. Okay, when we gonna go back on there? Okay, day Monday, Wednesday. Okay, cool. What's the topic? Okay, give us time to think about what we're gonna talk about. And there's no riff. And that's the one thing that I love about the podcast, because as Black men, we already behind the 8 ball.
Yes,
and
Lord.
That's all they need to hear is when social media, with the platform you have, is 2 people acting a damn fool on social media. And because they say, look at them. See, we got them. If they get us divided, they win. But if we together, even though we agree to disagree, we're still stronger.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
brother.
sir. Thank you, Mr. Stephen. All right.
But fellas, y'all have a good night. God bless you. Be safe, fellas.
All right, brother. You do the same.
You do the same.
Come back now.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you, Mr. Steven. We're going to go ahead and put that number back on before we leave for the evening. I think y'all got something on your mind. I think y'all, let me go to, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get y'all back right. Yeah, there we go. There we go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, maestro. Maestro.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. 125 said, "Where's my cup, my G?" And just to let you know, it'll be on the website in 3 weeks. That's where your cup gonna be, on the website.
So we put the Cash App up there, man. So LJ, wherever you are, thank you for the Cash App donation, because we can utilize it, right? We are constantly looking at improving the show, bringing up more stuff, and investing.
No doubt.
I challenge you guys to hold us at a different standard. We are constantly, we work personal lives, got businesses and things of that nature. And the podcast is we go live when we feel like we have a topic that's worthy of talking about. We are not a 5 days a week. We haven't made it there yet, but that's our goal. But this show is really about the trucking industry and business. Theo said this before on the phone. He said, "Yo, Dave, we just can't talk about all the bad shit of trucking." I'm like, "Yeah, we can. Let's talk about it. They don't want business, not yet. But when y'all come to Official Business Podcast, this is what we about. Put your feelings at the door, pull you up something real nice to drink, ask questions. Oh, I need to put the phone number up."
Yeah, one more time. All
right, one more time before we go for today. All right, you guys, the phone number is up on the screen, 561-972-2042. Tell us what's on your mind, because we already know the broker is. We already know the market tomorrow morning. It's not going up tomorrow morning.
No.
We gotta, I think, did you guys get notification? I think you said it earlier during the show. A cold front coming in? Are you getting okay? Race ain't going up.
It's actually snowing now, 32 degrees. So we'll probably get 8 inches where I live at, which is nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, most of the carriers just gonna run to Florida anyway and come back Monday morning talking about, man, I ain't make no money.
There you go.
They But I want to thank everybody that called in today.
Yes.
Because here go the thing, man. You are impactful to somebody in this audience. Somebody out there is hearing something for the first time. Or somebody out there, you helped them with a puzzle piece. This is what it's all about. At Official Business Podcast, you're always going to get Theo and myself. And you're going to get you too. We love you. Snuggles. But when you start crying, we're going to be like, shut the fuck up.
I know that's right. Don't go Care Bear on us.
No, we ain't giving no hugs, motherfucker. We're going to be looking at you. We were like, man, we got you, babe. We got you. And if you guys didn't know, if you got merch or things like that, we believe in giving back. So tonight's spotlight of the week is Pac-Man, Darren Stafford. I wore this nice hoodie. I know y'all can't see it, but I put a video.
Yeah.
And Theo and I, we were cruising, and we were like, you know what would really be awesome? Go out here and purchase some of y'all merch. So if you got a trucking company, sometimes, and you got some merch, shirts, hats, drop it in the comments. Now, here go the thing now. Hold on now, pimps. Oh, all right. We got a phone number calling in from, let's see. Hello.
Yes, you called this number?
Oh, wrong number. Oh, called that number earlier today.
Yeah. And they just now returning the call.
I returned the call. It was a fake website.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna deal with them.
So were you about to say, if you got merch, be
We,
reciprocal?
yeah, we will buy your merch and wear it
Mhm.
on the show, but you got to hit the cash up too now. We see this is how this, giving,
Mhm.
receiving.
There you go.
It's a two-way street, but
Mhm.
put your comments, your company name, if you feel comfortable with it. If not, just say, hey, I have merch. Then we figure out some way to communicate with you and get your merch and
Yeah.
wear it on the show.
There you go.
Pullovers, hats. If you got
Any
cups,
anything you
buy.
got. Yeah, we got cups.
Yeah, we'll buy you cups. Now we're gonna have our website up with our merch out.
Mhm.
You could do Theo, all Theo supporters. We're gonna have Theo. Theo do actually have his. He do like see. We in the background, and I got my big bright red ass cup,
Yeah.
and Theo got his in the mail. But but we are one. But
Yeah.
if you like hearing Theo more, or official business,
Mhm.
OB, uh, you have that option because 2023 we're going to be. Our goal is to talk to the people.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep it soothed. Keep it just down to earth. Get a little spicy. But at the end of the day, we want you to learn something, man.
No doubt.
The Triple D, lot lizard on the landline. That was a lot lizard. You'll never know. See, this is how I take care of business. I hang up the goddamn phone.
Yeah.
Uh, I call it. I called. I was trying to order a part offline earlier today, but
Mhm.
then when I go to check out, it has the option for Bitcoin, Bitcoin and Zelle. I'm like,
Oh.
this is a scammer website. This
Mm.
nobody, nah, Bitcoin. Come on, man. But anyway, and
Yeah.
it was a Google number, right? So that lady, I know what she doing. Oh, nah, motherfucker, you ain't catching me. But anyway,
Correct. Mhm.
uh, man, what up with you, Mississippi Trucker? Rewatch the show, Mississippi Trucker.
Hey,
Tonight was a good night.
yeah.
Tonight, what you got there? I've been running my damn mouth.
Hey man, look, you've been running off at it. I couldn't jump in. I like, you know what, you're doing that thing, and I guess it's safe to say, hey man, we're about to close the power hour down. Went over a little 2 hours. Several great callers. Comments were great down in the chat line. Everybody was participating. Sorry for those that came in late, Mississippi Trucker. If you can, watch it on the replay, or you can watch it on your driver facing camera. They get ready to put in y'all trucks. Pick your poison, right? But I want to say
Yeah.
this. Listen, I want to say this like always, man. Everybody stay prayed up, strapped up. Let's try to learn something for 2023. Like, subscribe, and follow Official Business Podcast, where we talk that talk, and we are coming back again for another one. Just wait on it.
All right, you guys, man. You know what I want to say, man. Shower 42, your shower is ready. Truck driver, yeah, smelling like diesel fluid in desperation. Other than that, man, y'all love life. Make it to your destination safe and catch us back again. Official Business Podcast.
Oh, yeah.